Hello, my name is Ricardo, and in this presentation, I'm going to talk about the causes of corruption. Let's start with the outline. First, I'm going to talk about the introduction, which includes a background and a thesis statement. Then, three body paragraphs mention three different causes of corruption. The first cause is poverty, the second one, power, and the third one is values and education. Then I will say a conclusion, and finally, there will be a couple of minutes to answer questions. Corruption can occur in many different levels in the society, starting from doing or asking favors to a friends or families for for their own benefit, to higher levels such as government corruption. Corruption can be caused for too many reasons, but it can also be the why of countless work problems. People can start to get frustrated of not having the results they expect, and somehow they are attracted by the idea of getting the desired results easily without thinking in the consequences. There are too many causes why corruption has been a very common activity among people. Poverty, greed of power, and the lack of education and values in an individual are some of those causes. In the first body paragraph, I will go with the first cause, which is poverty. People can have more spendings than income, debts that they cannot afford, and also the lack of work opportunities can be related with unethical activities. This year, 2020, Urbina stated in his journal called The Consequences of a Grabbing Hand that poverty, in spite of being a cause of corruption, it can be a consequence as well. Now, the second paragraph is about how power, economical or social, is a very usual cause of corruption. According to a research made by Bell and Cantarelli in 2017, where an incentive was given depending on the levels of dishonesty, and it was found that a considerable amount of people is affected for greed. When an individual sees someone else with a better lifestyle, with a well paid job, stability, or many other circumstances that can develop envy in others, people may start taking illegal or unethical decisions to accomplish their goals without thinking in the consequences. Sometimes, corruption can be consequence of not having a good education. As Demand and Tosaru mentioned in 2018 in their journal Causes and Effects of Corruption, higher levels of education can reduce the levels of corruption, considering that education leads to awareness and less tolerance with repression and illicit actions. Education is mainly received at home and at school. Parents are the first ones to teach children values, and with their example, they develop the kids' way of thinking, what is right and what is wrong. Then, school is practically a kid's second home, so they will learn about their teachers and even about their schoolmates' behavior. In conclusion, not having enough resources to pay the basic needs such as water, food, light, education, and so many others, the greed of social and economical power, which leads individuals to feel important and to feel they are better than others, and not receiving an adequate education and values since early ages are some causes that bring as a consequence illicit acts such as corruption. Managing these issues since an early age, at school and at home, could be essential, perhaps not to finish with corruption, but to diminish the regular practice of unethical activities. So what? What now? I want to ask, what should people do? Are those causes enough or valid reasons to be corrupt? Those are some examples of causes of corruption, but can corruption be the detonating of these causes as well? Here are the references I use in the presentation, and now we can start with the question part. Thank you.